here tonight. There are a lot of happy young people and some older people too. In fact, one Deadhead fan told me that he came just to check out what this Phish phenomenon is all about. There's also some tension, not so much from the crowd, but from the people who work along the main street in Morrison. They describe Phish fans as deadheads with an attitude, and they say they're tired of it.
Right, and
what do you want to do?
because Phish is in town,
In the story.
and this is what we do.
What they're doing is more than this small town with a population of less than 500 can take.
As you see, we can't even get customers at our door. They're out here just sitting around. They're smoking drugs right along the streets here, walking around with open containers.
There are kids everywhere, and they're good kids, but they're just more people than we can handle.
Last night, good-natured fun with Phish fans got out of hand when a police officer was hit with a bottle. More than 50 officers were called in to clear the streets. 9 people were arrested, 3 were hurt. Some people who live here blame the town, the police, and the promoter.
They need to have a large enough campground where these young people will have a place to stay and not be allowed to roam and congest the whole town.
Now, there is a campsite designated for Phish fans next to the Vandermeer Speedway located at C470 and the Morrison exit. But it costs $15 a night to camp there, and also it's just an open field, so it's not really a place where the young people want to stay. So 2 more nights of Phish fans in Morrison, then they'll move on to another city. Right now, Phil Keating is at Red Rocks, where the concert is set to get underway a little bit later this evening. Phil, how is the security there?
Well, it certainly is heightened a little bit. The security officers are down the road. Everybody who's coming in, these Phish heads included, are having to prove they've got a ticket before they can get into the park. The security guards are saying that basically 1 out of every 4 cars, they're discovering people hiding in the truck or van. So those people are then getting kicked out, and only those with tickets are allowed in here. Also tonight, not only outside of the amphitheater, but up in the amphitheater, extra off-duty police officers will be on staff tonight to try to prevent any problems. Now, what is it about the band Phish that all of these people will try to sneak in to see the show, or they travel all around the country, living out of their cars and vans? Well, they say it's all in the music, man. So here's a sample of the band Phish. Certainly a blend of different types of music, reggae, rock, and so a lot of the bands here just call it groovy. Now, with the death of Jerry Garcia and the demise of the band The Grateful Dead, it now seems that the band Phish is the band that has the huge national following, and because of that, Denver concert promoter Barry Fay tells me that he thinks this will most likely be the last Red Rocks gig for the band Phish, simply because the Phish phenomenon has gotten so big and the following so enormous that it's too big for Red Rocks, and also, as of last night, too big for the town of Morrison as well.
Amy Spore, Larry Green, and Les Shapiro. This is Tonight.
Last night's ugly scene near Red Rocks. Police and followers of the rock band Phish collide in the streets of Morrison. And tonight, another concert. The fans are back, and so are police. And Morrison holds its breath. Many people in Morrison can't wait until fans of the group Phish pack up and move on. Tonight, the band plays its 3rd concert, and there's one more tomorrow night. Before Vince Gonzalez saw what happened last night, tonight he's live again in Morrison. Vince, any troubles to report tonight?
Well, Amy, we are told that a short time ago there was a car accident here in town. A pedestrian was hit, one of the Phish fans. No serious injuries, but the car accident was what prompted last night's problems. Now, there are still a lot of people on the streets here in Morrison, and the booze and the drugs are flowing pretty freely in this crowd, just covering the whole downtown area. And while nobody seems to want it, everyone is warily watching to see if there's going to be a repeat of last night's violence. For the moment, a party atmosphere covers downtown Morrison. Fans of the rock group Phish, who couldn't get into tonight's show, have turned Morrison's main street into hippie heaven. Phish fans, police, and local officials all say they want to avoid a repeat of Monday night's violence. 9 people were arrested, one for assaulting an officer after police tried to sweep the streets. The Morrison melee was sponsored by Phish fans throwing rocks and bottles at police. At a town council meeting tonight, residents gave the police chief a standing ovation, but slammed local government and concert promoters, also a target the city of Denver.
The root cause of the problem is in the relationship between the town of Denver and the town of Morrison.
I think Denver owes the city of Morrison, or the town of Morrison, an apology, and I think they owe us some financial backing on this too.
Phish fans say they don't like what happened Monday night either.
Everybody's pretty much just saying let's not let the same thing happen tonight, you know?
I think it'll be a lot more calm tonight because everyone wants the show to go on tomorrow.
And that's just it. There's one more night of concerts here, and residents say they are ready for it to end. That's something we've just been told. And the Denver SWAT teams, as well as Jefferson County Sheriff K-9 units and SWAT teams, will take to the streets here in Morrison tonight. Once the Phish concert is over, they plan to go through town, sweeping the streets. They say they'll move all the fans off the streets and out of town. They said they won't bring any resistance in that. They said they're very determined to make sure there's no repeat of last night's violence, but they will not allow this town to be taken over after hours. Amy?
We're already seeing a couple of police cars there. Thanks. Vince Gonzalez live on 4 tonight in Morrison.
The big concerts in Denver have been relatively quiet over the years. 4 venues host the biggest shows: Red Rocks in Jefferson County, Fiddler's Green in Greenwood Village, and McNichols Arena and Mile High Stadium here in Denver. Promoter Barry Fay books about 90 shows a year at Red Rocks, Fiddler's, and Big Mac. We asked Mr. Fay about concert problems in the past. He said 2 stand out. Tear gas was needed in 1969 when people crashed the gate for a 3-day pop festival. And gate crashes at Red Rocks caused problems in 1971 at a Jethro Tull concert. That incident ended. Watch.